The senior ministry of the Alfred Street Baptist Church is proud to present This Is My Story. This series is presented in conjunction with our celebration of Black History Month and highlights the lives of 5 movers and shakers of our church. Our voices were often silenced, but now we have a chance to speak and paint our own portraits, reviving our oral tradition. By keeping the memory of our past, we claim the key to our future. So we invite you to join us in our journey as we document Black historical moments from some of our own here at the Alfred Street Baptist Church.
My principal was Dr. Fannie C. Williams, and she said, I know that most of you are looking forward to the time when there is an end to discrimination, but more importantly, an end to segregation. I want you to think of how important it will be, parents, that you make this history accessible to your children. And so even though Dr. Fannie C. Williams said this in elementary school, she was really speaking prophetically for the future. My name is Marla C. Hawkins, and this is my story. I was born in San Francisco, California, and I grew up in New Orleans, Louisiana. My father was a longshoreman boss on the merchant ships in San Francisco Harbor. And he and my mother agreed that since he had a good job there, and she now had a good job teaching in New Orleans, that they would commute back and forth. Well, from 5 years old, I can remember teaching in my grandmother's alley, and I had a blackboard that I'd been given for Christmas, and I would always round up the kids in the neighborhood, and I wanted to teach, even if it was just teaching how to cut an apple in half. But I always wanted to do that. While I was a student at Valina C. Jones Elementary School, during my 2nd grade year, Mary McLeod Bethune and Eleanor Roosevelt visited our school. They were visiting the schools to make sure that Congress allowed textbooks to be utilized in schools, that students did not have to pay a fee to use. It was a very important moment for me, and something that I keep in my heart about these 2 women and how they made inroads that we could have textbooks. I have attended 4 HBCUs. I attended Dillard University mainly because my grandmother graduated from there, and then my mother graduated from there, so I was the 3rd generation graduate. I got to Dillard in 1965 during a very turbulent time in America. It was plagued with an uproar on campuses, and Stokely Carmichael, I can remember, and Rap Brown came to Dillard University. And when they came, they brought with them another perspective that was away from the nonviolent movement, for they were proponents of Burn Baby Burn. Burn Baby Burn was, if the institution is not a proponent of the civil rights movement as Stokely and Rapp saw at the time, then you need to burn that institution down. However, after he left Dillard in his rally, our chapel was burned down. All we knew was that it was a sad time for us. It was even there that the horses who once were our friends became our enemies. And we would see those men on horses and run, because when you had peaceful demonstrations and you were marching, these horses would scare you to death. Next, I went to Xavier University to begin my graduate study, and then I moved from there to North Carolina A&T State, where I finished 2 master's degrees. The next university I attended was Virginia Union University, and I went there with the Samuel DeWitt Proctor School of Theology. The one thing that sticks with me throughout is that education is lifelong, and that your appreciation for life and for God's wonderful wonders of the world is through learning. The more you learn, the better you feel, the better you appreciate your surroundings, and the more full your life becomes. I am married to Charles Hawkins and have 3 sons, Wallace, Omar, and David. And I have 2 grandchildren, Nokomis and Miko. We joined Alfred Street in 1988. I am so happy to actually have piloted a worship service for children, not an extension of Sunday school, but a worship experience geared solely to children. One of my ideals is to take care of one's soul. I feel that I am nurturing the souls of children and allowing them to develop their theology, allowing them to learn how to worship God in spirit and in truth.